Jai Hind students, welcome back in English class. So far we have completed 6 paragraphs and today we shall go ahead. Let us have a recapitulation quickly, paragraph wise. It will tell you what did you learn in different paragraphs. The title is My Childhood, and in the first paragraph you learned that they were from middle class Tamil family. This is something important, okay? And in the island of Rameshwaram in erstwhile Madras, means it was formerly called Madras. Chennai was formerly called Madras. Today it is Chennai. And his father's name is Jainul Abdin. Here it is, the name Jainul Abdin. Okay, this is the father's name. And his father was not having much wealth or any formal education. This is important. Okay, neither he was having any wealth nor he was having any formal education. Okay, should I enlarge it? Let me try for you children. Fine. I think that I should not enlarge it more than that. Okay. Now, so next in this paragraph is that he said that his father was having innate wisdom. Okay, means knowledge. Okay, he was not having any formal education as we are having today, certificates of schools and colleges. Like his father was not having, but he was having innate wisdom. Okay, inborn qualities of thinking. He was also having a quality of his spirit that was truly generous. Okay, he was truly generous, means a kind person. Okay, this is the thing. Another is he said that his mother was also a kind-hearted who used to feed number of people every day, even in not only family members but outsiders as well. Next, in second paragraph, you would have read that when he was shot, he was shot and he was mm, not having any special outlook in his childhood. Okay, he was as simple as you can see children today. But his parents were tall and handsome, but he was not anyway in the resemblance of their parents. Since he was not as tall as his parents and as beautiful as his parents were. Next is we lived in our ancestral house. This is what sort of house he was living in. It was ancestral house and fairly large pakka house. This is the thing. These are the two things about his house. Another is that he was living on Mosque Street in Rameshwaram. Okay, Mosque Street in Rameshwaram, and said about his father that his father was an auster. Some students had also written about their father, and they said that their father are also auster. Okay. Next is who used to avoid inessential comforts and luxury. This is important in paragraph number 2. Okay, these are the things. And further, you would have learned that everything was available in their house. And since he was the youngest in the family, he was uh, benefited materially and emotionally in both the ways. It happens generally, whosoever is younger in the home is mostly loved by all of the family members. Okay, and all their wrongs are forgiven by people in the family. Okay, in fact, I was youngest in my family, and I was loved in the same way as Kalamji said, materially and emotionally in the way. If you are also loved in the same way, please write down in the chat box that you are also youngest in the family and are also always loved by everybody in the family. In the third paragraph, you would have read that it described about second world war. The second world war broke out in 1939. Okay, when he said that when I was 8 years old, For reasons I have never been able to understand. Means he did not know that what sort of demand this, why this demand of tamarind seeds uh, is erupted, means increased here all of a sudden. So that he did not know. But what did he did? He was picking out the tamarind seeds and selling it to provisional shop. Okay, and for that he was getting princely sum of 1 anna. He was very much happy for that money, with the money that he was getting after selling these. And other questions are asked from these, that who was Jalaluddin. So you will say that he was his brother-in-law who used to tell him the stories of Second World War, and the stories that he was getting about the war through his brother-in-law Jalaluddin, he was tracing, means writing in the headlines of Dinamani. So this may be in exam what Dinamani was. Okay, a paper. Okay, in which he was writing his headlines. Next is that our area being isolated. His area was isolated. So in the paragraph next is that due to Second World War, the trains were suspended at some halts. Means trains were not suspended everywhere, but at some halts. Okay, so that the train may reach to its destination as soon as possible. Okay. Next is in the paragraph that there they were bound to throw the newspaper bundles from the moving train on Rameshwaram. Okay, road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi. This is the place where between these between which the trains were moving, and his brother, his cousin, not yes, his brother, but his cousin Shamsuddin used to throw the bundles, and Kalam was requested to pick out the bundles and send wherever it was to be sent. So there, APJ Abdul Kalam was doing this job, and for this he was earning some amount. And when he had earned his first wage, means first salary, you cannot say salary, it is wage, because salary is fixed, wage is not fixed. So here, when he had earned first, he was really happy. Okay, means from the bottom of his heart, he was really happy. Okay, and that is why it is written here. He felt the surge of pride. Means the pride he was feeling was the thing that he still remember after even half a century. Okay, this is important for him in this paragraph. Next, in fourth paragraph, children, you would have learned that here every child is born with some inherited. So here in fourth paragraph you will find that what are the qualities he had inherited from his family members. Do you remember what are the qualities he had inherited from his family members? Please, if you remember, please write down in the chat box what are the two qualities that he had inherited from his father, and what are the two qualities that he had inherited from his mother. Only write down two words, do not write anything more than that. Okay, you have 1 minute, please. Write down what are the two qualities that he had inherited from his father, and what are the two qualities that he had inherited from his mother. Please write down immediately in the chat box. In the way, father dash two words, mother dash two words. In the way, write down. Come on. And then we shall proceed further. And it is my humble request to every student, please do not write in the chat box your unnecessary comments, and avoid personal chat. Okay. Okay, fine. Fine. Let us see what are the qualities mentioned in this fourth paragraph. In exam, it comes. What were the qualities? So here he says that so he was from a specific socio-economic and emotional environment. Okay, socio-economic and emotional environment he was from. So he said that I inherited honesty and self-discipline from my father. So what are the two things? Honesty, number one, and self-discipline, number two, from his father. These are the two qualities that he had inherited from his father. And number next is, he said about, I inherited faith. Here I must underline this. Faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. These are the two qualities that he had attained from his mother, means got from his mother. Okay. And so did my three brothers and sisters, means his brothers and sisters had also got the same sort of qualities that he had inherited from his parents. Next is, I had three close friends. Next, in the fourth paragraph, he says that he was having three close friends: Ramananda Shastri, Shiv Prakashan, and Arvindan. Okay, and all these boys were from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. See the strange thing. Okay, they were from Hindu Brahmin family, but they were close friends. Okay. Next is, as children, none of us ever felt any differences. They had no differences among themselves. Okay, though they were from different community, okay, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh side, but they were not having any differences because of our religious differences and upbringing. So this question comes in exams, children. Means that though they were from different family Brahmin families and from Orthodox Hindu family, but there was not any sort of differences in them. Why? So this may be a question in exam. So because of, the answer is because of our religious, means their, you will write their religious differences and upbringing, means the way they were taught, the they were treated, taught them, we realized them that they should never fall in any differences, okay, in the society. They should never hate any culture, any religion, anybody, okay, and should always respect each other, okay, love and respect each other. So these are the things that they had learned, and this is all about their upbringing, okay. So that was the reason of their intimacy, closeness. Next is, in fact, Ramananda Shastri was the son of uh, Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri. So that you have learned in the last class, that he was Ramananda Shastri. His friend was son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, who was high priest. Okay, means senior most priest. You know, priest means one who sits in the temple or some other religious places and guide people whosoever visit the temple. In the same way, in the church there is father, and in the mosque there are the Maulvis, okay, who guide you, okay, how to do the religious ceremonies, okay. So if I am wrong, please correct me in the chat box about uh, Maulvis, if they are having this such businesses. But what I do know, that they are a guide. Okay, Maulvis are the guide. Okay, here it is written that in the next paragraph, Arvindan went into business. It is the description of his friends, what had happened with his friends. So his friend Arvindan went into business of traveling around transport for visiting pilgrims. So one student had asked in the last class, what is pilgrim? Pilgrim means one who go for religious traveling, or you can say religious traveler who visits temples. So pilgrims. Okay. So if you are going Makkah, if you are going Vaishno Devi, if you are going any uh, church there, you are called pilgrim. Okay, because you have traveled long distance to reach there, so you are pilgrim. Okay. Next, his friend was Shiv Prakashan, and he became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways. Okay. In the fifth paragraph, you learnt. Go through the lines, please, children. 14 minutes. Okay. In the fifth paragraph, during the annual Sri Sita Raman Kalyanam ceremony. So this is describing about their festivals, and it is showing that they were having communal harmony in them. they were helping each other. Okay, the Muslims were helping Hindus, Brahmins, and Brahmins were seeking help from other communities. So there was harmony in the society. It is described in fifth paragraph, and it is said that grandmother was telling stories from the religious scriptures, books like Ramayana, and from the life of Prophet Muhammad. He is a messenger of God in Islam. Okay, so grandmother was narrating stories to the children from Ramayana and life of Prophet Muhammad Sahib at bedtime. Okay, so that is described in fifth paragraph. Next is sixth. So here in sixth paragraph, the incident that had happened with APJ Abdul Kalam when he was child. So he was in fifth standard, and at that time, a new teacher had come in his classroom. And when he was in his elementary school at Rameshwaram, so there the new teacher told him that please go to the back place and sit there because you are a Muslim and you cannot sit with a Brahman student. Okay, so that made even his friend Ramananda Shastri sad. And next moment, all friends went their home and narrated the things to their parents that this happened with them in the school. They were insulted in the way when they were separated. So next to this, that happened that the new teacher, this is described there what had happened. The new teacher could not stomach Hindu priest sitting Hindu priest's son sitting with the Muslim boy in accordance with our social ranking. So it is described what had happened. Okay, and next to this, when they reached home, they decided to tell everything to their parents, and they said, and on this, Ramananda Shastri's father summoned the new teacher and said that please, summoned means here when you are calling somebody with authority, and when written orders are sent to people to come, so there it is called summoned. So there Ramananda Shastri, when he came to know that the new teacher had uh, uh, shown differences in the classroom between different communities, he was annoyed and called him with some written orders, which means summoned. Okay, so when he came, the new teacher came in the presence of the students. Okay, the teacher was said by father of Ramananda Shastri, Mr. Lakshmana Shastri. He said to the new teacher that either beg for pardon or leave this island. Okay, because you are spreading uh, poison in the society. Okay, and this communal intolerance will not be born. Okay, this can we cannot bear these things. Okay, so here he said that the teacher who was the new teacher that he should not spread, father of Lakshmana Shastri, sorry, is what's the name of his friend? Ramananda Shastri, yes. Father of Ramananda Shastri, Lakshmana Shastri, he said to the new teacher that you should not, here he said to him that, oh, it is not getting highlighted, yes. Means here he said you should not, to the teacher, that he should not spread poison. Okay, it is written he here, but since he was saying to the teacher, so I said you should not spread poison in the social inequality and communal intolerance in the mind of innocent children. Definitely, children are innocent, and nobody should tell them that you are from this category, you are from this society, you are from this community. These things will always create differences in the mind of the people or children. So he said that you should not do. So on this, bluntly he asked, means directly, okay, openly, he asked the teacher that either apologize, means say sorry, or quit the school and the island and the place even. Okay, means if he believe that he did right, please go away from this place. We do not need such a person who does not understand that this is a violation of communal harmony. And he said Lakshmana Shastri, okay, father of his friend, said that if you believe that, if you understand that you are wrong, please apologize. And if you think that you are not wrong, please leave this place. So on that, his father was successful in making the teacher understand that he did wrong. And teacher also understood. Okay, not only understood, he had firm belief, means sense of conviction, strong sense of conviction that he did wrong. Okay, so Lakshmana Shastri conveyed ultimately reformed this young teacher. The young teacher was also reformed, means changed. Okay, now next is paragraph number 8. In this paragraph, you will find, children, that on the whole, the small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid. Rigid means very strong. Okay, in terms of the segregation of different social groups. Means it was clear that this group will be here, this group will be here, and this group will be here in the society. Okay, as usual, there are, okay, different groups in the society, but it is not seen in the modern era, because in modern era, in flat system, nobody knows who is this and who is that. There is no category, there is only humanity in modern era. But in the past it was so, there was in the past some different way of living, some different notions, means ideology. So it was uh, I think that may be suitable at that time, but we shall never say that suitable, because it is not justifiable anywhere. Okay, the caste system. Okay, but in the past, since it was, so it was, and it was running in the past, so it could had happened there only, not in today's era. Next is, children, however, my science teacher, now he is talking about his science teacher. It is also interesting what he is talking about his science teacher. So his science teacher, Subramaniam Iyer, okay, he was a rebel. Okay, we shall tell, means come to know how he was rebel. So he said that though an orthodox Brahmin, means he was though from an orthodox Brahmin family with a very conservative wife. Okay, he was also having the wife like the new teacher, but something of a rebel, means he is, the teacher was something of a rebel, means he was not rebelling, means when you do not follow the rules, when you do not follow the system, so you are rebellion. Okay, so let us see what he was not following, the science teacher Siva Subramaniam Iyer, what he was not following. Let us see. He said he did best to break social barriers to that people from varying background, means various backgrounds, could mingle easily. So he was trying to mingle the people from different backgrounds. So there was, as you read in the first paragraph there, that there, on the whole, the small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid in terms of segregation of different social groups. So that was there in the society. But this teacher was trying to break this segregation, break this barrier, break these limitations. Okay, and that is why he was called a rebel. So this question comes in examination, why the teacher Siva Subramaniam Iyer was called a rebel, because he was trying to break the society different system in the society, okay, which was rigid. So what was the rigid system? That he is from this community, he is from this community, and one is from this community. So the differences were there in the society. Okay, and his Siva Subramaniam Iyer, teacher of science, was trying to break this differences, and that is why he was called rebel. Okay, he did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle, means mix easily. He used to spend hours with me, APJ Abdul Kalam, and would say, Kalam, I want you to develop so that you are on par, means very much, okay, with the highly educated people of the big cities. So his science teacher wanted him a highly educated person in big cities, in fact. Okay, that was the thing his science teacher wanted. Okay, so that's nice, children. Next is the ninth paragraph. and then 10th and 11th. Okay. So in the next paragraph, you will find that one day he invited me. The science teacher invited APJ Abdul Kalam at his house. Okay. One day he invited me to his home for a meal. Okay, for food, and his wife was horrified. The science teacher invited APJ Abdul Kalam for meal, and wife of the science teacher was horrified, means fearful. So let us see why she was fearful. She was fearful at the idea of a Muslim boy, calling a Muslim boy being invited to dine, means to sit together, to eat, to dine in her ritually pure kitchen. Okay, so she was scared that in my ritually pure kitchen, why a Muslim boy would be called. That is why she was horrified, fearful. And then what happened? She refused to serve. She refused to serve me in her kitchen. Means she refused to serve APJ Abdul Kalam in the kitchen. Serve means to uh, offer food. Okay, to give food. So what happened then? Siva Subramaniam Iyer was not perturbed. Not perturbed means he did not say anything, nor did he get angry with his wife. On that day, on that moment, he did not say anything to her, but instead served me with his own hand. Means he did not say anything to his wife, and he served himself. Okay, and then sat down beside me and ate his meal. His wife watched us from behind the kitchen, okay, kitchen door, and he said that I wondered whether she had observed any difference in the way I ate rice. Means he was surprised why she is looking at him secretly. He was surprised. Kalam was surprised why she is trying to observe in the way. Okay, so keenly she was looking at him, the way he eats, the way he drinks, how he sits. So it appears that she was thinking that means it was not a Muslim boy. In fact, was a giant. Okay, so that was in her mind. So she was observing that how he was drinking water, okay, since how drank water or cleaned, how he was cleaning the floor after the meal, whatever he did. So all these things were being observed by his wife of Siva Subramaniam Swami Iyer. When I was leaving his house, Siva Subramaniam Iyer invited me to join him for dinner again in the next week. Oh my God! Again, I think that it would be quite hard for APJ Abdul Kalam to visit once again. Children, please write down in the chat box if this incident would have happened with you. That when you are visiting to anybody's house, any of your teacher or anybody's house, and where there you are not served, and in fact being peaked, means when you look secretly at somebody peeking, when you are being peaked by somebody, so will you go again to the house? Please write down in the chat box. Means would you like to visit again in the house? So what happened? When I was leaving his house, Siva Subramania Iyer invited me to join him for dinner again the next week. Observing my hesitation, and he observed his hesitation that APJ Abdul Kalam does not want to come back. So he told me not to get upset. And what did he say? He said, once you decide to change the system, such problems have to be confronted. Means when you are trying to make any changes, you will have to face confront means differences. Okay, the problems confronts. When you decide to make changes, you will have to face problems. Problems confront means come in your way, come before your eyes. Confront means, okay. So he said this to APJ Abdul Kalam, that whenever you want to bring any change, there you will have to solve the problem. There we will have to face the problem. Okay. And next is, when I visited his house the next week, Siva Subramaniam Iyer's wife took me inside her kitchen and served me food with her own hand. That is the change shown in this paragraph number 9. Okay, and there may be question in the examinations that what change had come in Siva Subramaniam's Iyer's wife when APJ Abdul Kalam visited the next time his house or her house. Okay, so you will have to answer in the way that she took him herself and served food with her own hands. Okay. Next is second last paragraph, children. Then the Second World War was over and India's freedom was eminent. Okay. Indians were built their own India. Okay. And declared Gandhiji. And this was declared by Gandhiji. Please go through the line, children. Yes. So there, and means it was informed that by Gandhiji that the World War is over. Okay, and then they will get freedom. Means they will receive freedom here, because by the Second World War, Indians were waiting and thinking that after Second World War we were be given freedom by Britishers. Okay, so eminent means very shortly that is going to happen. Okay, in near future. So Indians were built their own. Indians will build their own India. So that was announcement made by Mahatma Gandhi. So everybody was happy. The whole country will was filled with an unprecedented optimism. Okay, means that was new. It was not expected, and this was uh, quite surprising for everybody, and they were happy that India will be freed soon. So I asked my father for permission to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramanathampuram. Next is the last paragraph, and then children, the story will get over. The time is also over. Let me conclude this. He told me as if thinking aloud. Okay, Abdul, I know you have to go away to grow. Okay, does the seagull not fly? Seagull is a kind of bird, children. It is a big bird which takes flight to long distance in one go. So he said that, does seagull means seabirds not fly across the sun alone with sun or nest? He asked this. He quoted Khalil Gibran to my hesitant mother. Means his father was ready to send him to other city for higher studies, but mother was hesitant. She was having some hesitation. So father tried to make mother understand with this quote of Khalil Gibran. Khalil Gibran is a famous writer. He quoted these lines and said that your children are not your children, they are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. Means wishing, longing means wishing itself. They come through you but not from you. Means you give them birth, but it does not mean that you can impose or you will impose everything and they will do everything according to you. They have their own longing or wishes. So you may not give them your love, but sorry, you may give them your love, but not your thoughts. Means they are having their own thoughts with their experience, what they have created, what they have made. Okay, by experience you make your own thought. So that Khalil Gibran said, and his father, Kalam's father, quoted to make his wife understand. And finally he said, for they have their own thought. Means all these things happen because children have their own thought. So that's all, children. I hope you would have got everything and you are quite able to answer the questions in the examination. Children, the time is quite over, and that's all in today's class. Have a nice day. Thank you.